Okay.
Okay, so before I call the meeting to order, I guess we have to have a motion to suspend 3 districts so that temporarily, so that we can have a quorum. That would be Yarmouth, Truro, and Upper Cape Cod.
So Dennis, Yarmouth, Truro, and Upper Cape Cod.
So moved.
Moved by Mary Rose. Second by Engina.
Okay, so who's here?
I can call Engina.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Roger.
Yes.
Harry.
Yes.
Steve.
Yes.
Mary Rose.
Yes.
Catherine.
Yes.
And Tyrion.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so now you take attendance.
Okay, so, Andre. Is Andre?
No, Andre's not here.
Okay, I can't see it. Or I'll just read it.
Yeah, just read.
Carrie McRae.
Harry is here.
Okay. Steve Leibowitz.
Yes.
Steve's here.
Mary
Yep.
Rose is,
Yes.
Devin O'Rourke.
He couldn't make it.
Okay, me. Alicia.
She's not here.
Okay. Kathy Lewis.
Not here.
Brad Schiff. Brad.
Brad is here.
Yes, I am here. I am here. Yep.
Esmeralda.
She's not here.
Okay, Catherine is here. Kathy McNamara.
Nope.
Vedna.
Nope.
And Gina.
Here.
Yeah. Chris.
No.
Roger. Roger's here.
Yes.
Okay, and Melissa.
She couldn't make it.
Okay.
All right, so we call the meeting to order and done attendance.
So, would someone like to make a motion to approve the minutes of May 27th?
I make a motion.
So
on May 27th.
Oh, it looks like Roger, Mary Rose made the motion. Roger, did you want to second it?
Yes. Second.
Okay. Do you have a first and a second?
Okay, so that means, I'll read the names from the screen. Angina,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Leibowitz,
Yes.
and the phone number,
Brad.
Brad?
Brad.
Yes. Sorry, I'm on mute in the car, so I don't disturb everybody. But yes.
No, you're good.
Mary Rose?
Yes.
Terry, yes. Catherine,
Yes.
okay.
Right now you can see who's there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so the next item on the agenda would be the director's report.
So it's a little different tonight. I have a slide deck about strategic planning that I'll do in a bit when we're ready to vote on that. But I took the slide deck from the May 15th meeting or whatever meeting we didn't have, and I put it into our quarterly report. So everything that I was highlighting last month plus is in the quarterly report for you to review. But one thing I did want to give you a heads up on, we had our, this year was our cycle for our DESE audits, our reviews, and we had our English learner education review back in January. And linked into the report is our is the results of that, where there were no findings, which is fantastic, and we were thrilled.
Yes, that's amazing.
It is, and just remember how good you feel about that, because we just are in the middle of civil rights and special ed, and I would bet not quite my house, but probably my Subaru that we will have a different conversation, which is fine because that's how we learn, right? We're going to figure out where the gaps are and how we move forward. But the English learner one, we were really excited about. And so I want to thank the team. Oh, here comes Vedna. So you can put her as an R. And we have, where's Chris? We have a teacher at Waypoint who is an English language education teacher. So we don't have any English learners currently at Waypoint, but we do at Star. So she works with some of the Star kids and with the teachers from
Oh,
Star,
that's awesome.
in addition to working at Waypoint
Wow.
currently as a math teacher. So we're really excited about some of the opportunities that she's brought forward. For example, screeners in the language of the children, because here some of our kids don't have language in English or Portuguese or whatever their home language is. And Lenka is really helping us tease out what is a language barrier and what it might be disability related. And so we're really excited to have her, and we thank Chris and his team for sort of letting us share her across the two programs. So yeah, that was very exciting. The quarterly report is in your packet as well. Just a reminder, the obligation of a collaborative board is to quarterly report out to your school committees the happenings of the collaborative, including financially. And so you can use this packet and put it in your own agendas. One thing, next year we are due for a different kind of audit with the state, a financial audit, which again, it's all normal, but I know from my collaborative colleagues who've gone through this one already that part of what they do is look at all of your school committee agendas. They pick a few and they check to see not only is it on the agenda, but is it covering the things that are required under statute? So that gave me a little bit of a heart attack.
Yeah.
And so what? If we get caught, not caught, if we get found,
Yeah.
but one of my colleagues at SMEC, the Southeast Massachusetts Educational Collaborative, Catherine Cooper, she gives the administrative assistants to the school committee for each of her towns the language to put in the agenda, and they do it that way. So if that's something you all would like starting in the fall, I'm happy to do that. Okay, I'm seeing nods. I assumed, but I didn't want to be presumptive. So we will make sure you'll get your quarterly report, but we'll also give you the quarterly language that can go right into the school committee. You'll just have to tell me who I need to connect with in each of your districts. And that's not till September.
Because I do give a report every month.
Awesome.
To Cape Tech, but I don't include financial stuff.
And you don't need to go crazy with it. There's real specific language in the statute. So for now, just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
But in September, or I think our first quarterly report for you guys is in October usually. So in October, we'll give you everything that we know needs to be on there, and then you can add it to your own agendas.
I just have a question. Does it have to be a specific, like we have committee reports? Can it go under that, or does it have to highlight that?
It can be under that, but it needs to be highlighted, and the language needs to make it clear that you've hit the parts of the statute that are required, which is where I think every collaborative that's gone through this audit so far has been dinged on it. And not dinged is the wrong word, because again, it's like just an opportunity for us to do what they want and tell us what to do, and we'll do it. But I figured if we can get ahead of it, we might as well. Like I said, I promise I will get you exactly what I know to be what they require. Maybe they'll change it.
And then will you include it in this quarterly
yes,
report?
I'll have it in the quarterly report, but I will also send it directly to whoever makes the agenda for each of your school committees, because that is what my friend Catherine at SMEC said was the most helpful that her board found. Because it's a lot for you guys, and not all of you, or not maybe even any of you, are chairs of your own school committees, so you don't make the agenda. Yes, you can always add to it, but if we can make that a little easier, it's a win for everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you all. And thanks to Jen, because I wrote most of this time because I had so much from last month, but when I sent it to her, it looked like a kindergartner had tried to put it all together. It is not my skill set to work on Canva, and Jen makes everything look better. So
It looks very nice.
Yay, Jen.
That's a great, motto or whatever. I make everything.
Jen does make it. She makes everything. And normally the team writes the quarterly report too. It's not usually, so I write a part of it, but this month again, or this quarter, because we had so much going on, I didn't want the team to think I wasn't appreciative of them when they write their parts too. Program updates. I think I said this last month, but I think for this year, we'll have everybody wrap up the year with like a little just update of what's going on in their programs. But next year, we're thinking of highlighting one program a month, one or two maybe, and they'll talk a little bit longer about their program instead of everybody sort of, I was gonna say vomiting information out, that's the wrong word, but like, I know, sorry, Mary Rose. My son was on anesthesia last week, so it's top of mind. You know what I'm saying? But this way you could get a little more depth about what happens at Waypoint or what happens at, so today we'll share, like I said, just snippets for each program, but moving forward, that was our intention, was to highlight transportation one month and, so forth. So I will start, actually, Dr. Woodward, do you want to start with the program update for STAR in terms of the audit that we just went through?
Certainly, absolutely. So we had our on-site visit from the Department of Education. So we had two folks come out, and they were at STAR yesterday. So we had done the self-assessment and we had presented all the documents to them and submitted all that. So they came and they did a tour of the building. They did 2 classroom observations. They interviewed staff, paraprofessionals, teaching staff, related service providers, and Julia. And they did a comprehensive record review, so the student files and record review. They will then be they're at Waypoint today, but I'll let Chris share that. And then they're gonna have an interview with Hope and I tomorrow. Then they'll share out some of their findings. Then there'll be a more formal exit interview. Actually, I should say they're interviewing Hope and I.
Yes.
And then there'll be a more formal exit interview with Hope and I. And at that point, they'll go through all the criteria in which we have to present information for, and they'll let us know kind of where we stood with each one of those. If by chance there's any corrective action, then what we do is those would be areas that where there's some growth that we can do, and then we would formulate a plan and we'll move forward in that capacity. But it was a pleasant day. They really enjoyed walking through the buildings. The students were very excited to see. I mean, it's very interesting the different student populations and those that are more excited to see guests, where others were like,
suspicious.
What are they doing here? So it was they were very engaged in the classrooms. They looked at all of our spaces. So it was I enjoy the process of getting to learn more about all the programming as well, so that we can continue to strengthen our programs and continue to grow.
And there, Christine Romancewicz is the chair, and she just does collaboratives, and so that's really nice because she understands what we do and how we do it and why we do it. Yeah. And she also, though, is super clear about what the regs say and what is required. And I think that I just said it. We have admin right before this meeting every month. We meet as a big team before the board meeting, and I just said, I've been here 18 months. And I am one of the veterans around the table, even though I've only been here 18 months. Wow. So many of our team is new. And so to me, this looks like an opportunity. We're going to figure out what are the sort of procedural and paperwork glitches that exist, if any, and then we're going to solve them. Like, it's a great baseline for us to move forward. Is it my favorite experience to know that maybe it's not going to be perfect? Nope. But I'm working through all of that in my own feelings. No, but our staff do phenomenal work with kids, and they see that. And so that's the part that would keep me up at night. If there were issues with how we were working with kids, if there are going to be issues, it's going to be with our paperwork. I can already pretty much predict that. And even that, I think, will be minimal. So that's STAR. The STAR also had their annual rainbow run, which is the kids all dress up crazy and they run. They have an actual run around the track. Calvin is on vacation today. Calvin was in his rainbow gear, and so was Julia Bryant, and Mike Pecorella, the assistant director, and they raced all of them. Calvin won. But the
Still
kids,
loved it.
it is the best day. It is such a fun experience for the kids and the adults actually. So that's Star.
Can
Why
I
don't-
just
yeah.
add, if you happen to follow on either the Facebook page or the Instagram, the social media Cape Cod Collaborative, there are some wonderful pictures of the Rainbow Run on that.
Yeah, if you want to feel good about the world, you should
Yeah.
follow us on socials. I'm not kidding. I don't do them. We have Darlene, is a consultant who does a phenomenal job. But I mean, if I'm ever feeling bad, I just jump on Instagram and oh, my buddy, hello.
Yeah.
It's the best. So please follow us.
They are, they're fun pictures. They are. They
Yeah.
always make you smile.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. How about a little waypoint update?
Sure, a little waypoint. Today was our on-site visit. I thought it went very well. The two, what were the Christina and Joanne? Sorry, positive feedback for the most part. So we'll see, like everyone's alluding to. We had graduation a couple of weeks ago. We had almost 40 staff, guardians, family members, the graduates, all at Hearth and Kettle for a little ceremony.
Yeah.
So that went really well.
4 seniors graduated.
Yeah,
at Hearth.
4 for 4, so
Yeah.
100%.
Last year was 7 for 7.
wow.
So I will say, and this has nothing to do with me, but all of our kids who could graduate in the last 2 years have. And that is a real metric that I'm super proud of. And your staff should be very proud of.
Definitely.
Yeah.
MCAS is going well. We have about 98% completion. So that's a pretty high number to date. And then we're planning for our end of the year celebration and continuing to plan for our extended school year this year over at Waypoint.
So last year, those of you who were here, Kathy Lewis from Ashby just came. Those of you who were here last year might remember we did extended school year for Waypoint here at Star because we only had 3 kids this year. And our tuitions are separate for ESY than they are. So there's a school year rate and then an addition for ESY. We have 14 confirmed coming to Waypoint this year.
Wow.
Wonderful.
I know.
Awesome.
And so that really,
Yeah.
Mr. Oliva and Dr. Woodward and the team has really done such a fantastic job in a really short time, making this a place people want to come.
Yeah, that's really good.
And so we're really excited about that. So they will be in South Yarmouth this summer as opposed to here, which is where we want them,
Yes.
So anyway. Okay, I saw you. Yeah, there is Mr. Erickson. Hi, Anders. You just want to unmute yourself. How was born today, Anders?
Born is always fun.
Okay, Anders was driving this afternoon,
Oh,
as usual these days.
Lovely spring bridge traffic.
Yeah.
We're getting there. So a couple more weeks. Yeah, I think right now everyone is just trying to get through the last couple of weeks where we're getting it done. It's been a struggle this spring for sure. We had a real boon last month. We got 4 new CDL drivers.
Wow.
Yeah, speaking of 4 for 4, we were 4 for 4 getting drivers through on the first pass, which is pretty remarkable these days. Having them all come through without, somebody missing something along the way. So we're thrilled. They are all on routes right now, which covered a number of the routes, obviously, that we were short on. A little bit more time in the office for the office staff, which has been nice. But now, we're down to the last couple of weeks, and we've got people who thought school was going to be over a week before it actually is. So some people have plans. So we're just trying to work through that. But again, everybody's getting it done at this point. I did want to talk a little bit about our IFB process that we go through every May. One of the pieces that we try to do is we put out these invitations for bids for propane fueling, for diesel fuel, and for our maintenance facility. And we received back for the maintenance facility, and this happens every year, we get 1 bid, which is our current vendor. We've been with them for about 10 years now. It's going well. It's a very reasonable price. They only went up $200 this year. It was $400 previously. Now it's $5,000 going forward, and we got a 3-year contract with no increase across 3 years.
Wow.
Really nice for planning purposes. We've been working with them on, upgrading a little bit for us. It works mainly because it's got so much space for parking, because we have a lot of our districts ask us to take the buses away in the summer because they've got baseball games and things like that. So we've got enough parking there for about, I think, 75 buses, which is really nice. We couldn't find that anywhere else. So we're going to stick with them. So that's good news. Diesel fuel, as everybody knows, it's gone up significantly. We've been locking in for the last several years at very good prices. This year, it's gone up about $1.26 a gallon if we were to lock in. So we've made the decision that we're going to go on a cost plus basis, which we did, I think, 3 or 4 years ago. We're going to see how the market goes. We're going to stick with that at this point. Right now, it's right around $5. We expect it to go down the way gasoline is going down right now, and we can lock in at any time. So we're just going to keep a really close eye on it, try to bring those costs down if we can, but they're going to go up significantly, unfortunately. Propane is the third piece. Propane, we've had the same vendor, Eastern Propane, for as long as I've been here. We have a new vendor who's come in. We actually had 3 people who bid this year. We have a new vendor who's come in with a better price than Eastern, but they're going to need to bring in the infrastructure. We do have the propane pad where we do all the fueling from. They're going to have to bring in their own tank and their own fueling station. We're negotiating that right now. We can save some money with this new vendor. So we're talking to them now, making sure that they can do it, and then we'll take it from there. We'll make a decision on what the best thing is for us. Again, it's most responsible bidder and lowest price. So we just need to make sure that they'll be able to deliver. And so that's happening right now. We should get that squared away in the next couple of weeks.
Wonderful.
Any questions?
And I was going to add something, Anders. On Nantucket in particular, we have had several people we have 1 big bus driver right now, and we had 3. Somebody moved to North Carolina. Like, there's just a lot of movement that's happened. And then one of our small bus drivers has a summer job, which Anders alluded to, people thinking the school year would end earlier than it did. And so to get Nantucket through the end of the year, Anders is spending next week, I believe, over there. Yes. And then Heather Warner is going to spend the following 2-day week, which is they end on the 23rd. So I want to publicly say thank you to both of them for going over there, but also just make sure the board knows that we're working with Nantucket. We meet with Nantucket at least once a month, but now it's every week. For the past, I would say 3 months, it's every week. And we've given them a letter saying that we're on a year-to-year contract for their transportation, but that we can't guarantee that we can provide them with the transportation they need. And we don't want to pretend that we can when we don't have drivers over there. I mean, they pay a different rate on Nantucket. There's a lot of incentives. And Patrick, Lisa, Stobart, and I went over last Monday and held a job fair meeting at 6:00 at the Nantucket High School to get people to sign on as CDL drivers. There's a lot of work, a ton of work that we're doing to try and support Nantucket's transportation and Bourne's transportation and Mashpee's transportation and Nauset's transportation and Monomoy and Truro. But it is an actual crisis right now in terms of getting enough people trained and who want to do these jobs. So I feel like the board needs to sort of hear that very clearly. We did recommend back in January that Nantucket go out to bid. I don't know that they have, because I don't know that anybody is even there to bid on them. But we're not, pulling out and saying we're not doing anything, but we're not offering the contract that says we're going to get all of your kids to and from school at this point, because it wouldn't be ethical to do that when we don't know that we can. So if I have any sort of part of my what wakes me up at 1:30 in the morning, it's drivers, it's transportation, it's personnel around transportation. And I guess I just want to make sure, again, it's our last meeting of the year, that people are hearing And if you have any opportunity for advocacy with your legislators, is some sort of DESI or EOE support for not just regional transportation, but all transportation, because it's not just us that are struggling. So, all right, I see Steve has his hand up.
Oh, I see it. Hi, Steve. He's got a cup of coffee in the picture.
Steve.
Okay, now I'm unmuted.
Yes, you're unmuted.
Thanks. I was wondering, do we maintain some kind of relationship with the Cape Cod RTA people, since their busy season coincides with no school, as to whether some of their folks that might have worked in the summer might want to find something else and jump in with us at all?
Yeah, so we do, and we work with, I'm going to go with Nantucket, the NRTA, NERDA, they call it. I'm learning all these, I feel like I'm a real Nantucketer now.
You sound like a nerd.
I know. I love Mary Rose. You always keep it real. I love it. But the small bus driver, it's also a CDL though bus driver you have to have a CDL bus driver to drive the small bus. One of our on Nantucket, he works for, is it Cranberry Tours or is it NERDA? I can't remember, Anders.
Cranberry Transportation. He used to work for NERDA last year.
And they expect him to drive for them by June 15th. So we're sort of balancing that piece. We have, Patrick has tried to connect with the RTA here over the years. It's a different license that they need. And it's an additional 40 hours of training and a different endorsement that they have to get. So we also work with the Cape Cod Chamber on, because they have a CDL training program, but when people find out they need the CDL plus, it's not always as attractive. So it's a great question, but we haven't had a ton of luck with the RTA. Anders just reminded me, we have had 10 people from Nantucket apply to become drivers, which is great news. So that in-person sort of recruitment it's going to pay off. I really do think we're going to get out the other side of this, but we're in it right now. We're in it. Mary Rose?
That was going to be my question. If you had any, what do I want to say? Candidate, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
At the job fair.
We did.
Okay.
So the people who showed up, which first of all, we took a 4:15 boat that afternoon, and it started at 6, and I think we had 20 people.
We had a lot of people.
A lot of people. And Lisa had a list of people who had reached out, because we also advertise on the Spanish speaking radio station, on the on the English speaking radio station, in the Current, in all of the Nantucket specific things. So people had reached out to Lisa, and she said, "Oh, come on Monday and I'll meet you." And it was actually a whole bunch of other people that came on Monday. So we're not feeling like it won't make a difference, but it takes getting them to come over. All the training has to happen on this side. We pay them to train. We pay them well to train, but that's a lot of hours to come off Nantucket in the summer to be ready for September. Yeah.
And they're all working their other jobs as well.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. This has been what we've been working with for the last several years, that people say, okay, well, I need to train, I could only do it during these hours because I have another job. And it's a lot of time. You got to take the boat over, and then you train for 3 or 4 hours, then take the boat back. So you're really shooting an entire day. So a lot of people say they weren't going to do it, and they get started, and then they say, yeah, I can't make the time commitment, kind of thing. And this has been an ongoing thing. And we're trying to find people that are, that are willing and able to do that. And that's been the real challenge.
And Nantucket has done a great job of really, the pricing structure for Nantucket transportation is different from the rest of the Cape. And so they get paid from when they get on the boat, and they're not paying to come over. They're obviously that's covered, but they're paid, their travel time is paid. So we're trying to make it attractive. But it's, and Nantucket is our most sort of dire sort of need in some ways, but it's in all of our districts. We are grossly understaffed, and I shouldn't say grossly, that's an exaggeration, but we are struggling for when people call out to fill those routes. And so those incentives that we proposed last month, 2 weeks ago when we met, that got voted on into the budget, I think those are going to make a huge difference. I really do. And we're already hearing from some drivers, oh wait, I'm going to get longevity every year? Okay, that's cool. So so I think we want to let this play out and see, but again, I just felt like the board needed to hear what is a very large challenge.
How many weeks is the training when they have to come over here?
It's hours. It's how many hours?
Yeah, so
It's 60 hours.
60 hours.
60 total.
And
It's
how many
60 hours.
do each
I mean,
day?
if they get over here 3 days a week, it's probably going to be 6 weeks anyway. So 60 hours they'll get. It depends on whether they can do an entire day. Most times they'll only be training for 4 hours a day.
And that's because our trainers are also drivers. So our trainers can only do it outside of their route time, which is the middle of the day. So
in the summer, maybe more. They may be able to do more longer days in the summer because our trainers don't drive in the summer.
Right.
So that's why we're really pushing to do it now. I also want to note that I think what really got people going and got people calling us and calling the Nantucket schools is that they put out a letter basically saying we are in crisis mode. If anyone knows anyone who wants to do this, this is what it takes. This is what we pay. I think
this is when the collaborative will be there. Yeah.
Yeah. We really I think we need to work with the districts more on saying, hey, can you get something out to your communities and just say, we have a need here. If you know anyone who's looking to get into this field, let us know, and we'll get started with them.
And in Mashpee, we actually are in the superintendent's Wednesday weekly, and then also we had it put on their Mashpee as a sign on 151, so it was also put up on that sign. So I happen to know Mashpee really well because I live there, and I worked there. But if there are other districts, that have other ways that we can get the message out that we're hiring, please let us know. Steve just wrote, is it worth it to send trainers to Nantucket? There is not a spot on Nantucket, Steve, for us to do the training, because you need to have a particular amount of space, and you need to have boxes painted. I've learned a lot of things. No, it's a great question. And we would send somebody over in a heartbeat to do training, but there is not space on Nantucket for the actual training to happen. Mary Rose had a question.
Is there some way, like in the future, maybe planning to condense the train and maybe put them up over here so they don't have to go back and forth every day? And you could, if we rented a bunch of hotel rooms, they maybe combined with the districts and split the cost to do that.
That's a good idea. I don't know if that's ever come up.
Well, that's a creative idea.
I like that idea, and definitely something to consider. I mean, we, Anders, Lisa, Patrick, and Troy and I have a transportation financial working group that I think we're all going to kill each other by the end of this year, but with love. Because we spend so much time trying to creatively figure out how to keep it cost effective for districts, but get kids to and from school. And so that has not come up I'm surprised because we have thrown so many crazy ideas out there.
Well, and even if you could make it known next fall that this is going to be for next summer, then they could plan it around that too.
That's a great idea.
It might be a draw for them.
We could suggest that. I'm sorry. 2 years ago when we had 2 new drivers, we suggested that they come over, stay over here for the week. But again, they couldn't because they had other jobs. They had jobs at night. So they would come over, train during the day, then go back.
But if we did an offer, depending on people's, that's definitely
certainly we should
going on the list, Mary Rose.
All right.
They're going to stay at your house.
The husband would love it.
I always joke that I have bunk beds, so people can stay, but I have 3 dogs. And sorry.
If I could ask a question, are they going to be beneficiaries of the new incentive budget that we voted on last time?
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you think that that will make a difference for Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket?
We don't serve Martha's Vineyard for transportation currently. They do their own in-house
Okay.
transportation.
Yep.
But for Nantucket, I think money is a very strong incentive. And I think that, yes, I do. I think though the incentives that went through last month or 2 weeks ago are going to be the most effective for the Cape folks is my guess.
All right.
And
Because
current drivers.
for our current drivers,
In
which
some-
we need to retain.
Yeah, in some ways, they've been waiting for this.
Right,
In some ways.
exactly.
And so we're rewarding them, and if it happens to reward Nantucket, great, but that's not why we did it, you're right.
I think it's big picture for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, and I know that took a while, so I'm sorry about that, but I felt like it was worth sort of a longer conversation. And that is our program updates. ASLP will be running in July. We are fully staffed. We have Steve Kelleher has gotten, I think, $75,000 in donations for scholarships plus for students to be able to attend. So we're super excited. It's our biggest class we've ever taken. I think he said if it was at 220, that's where he was aiming, and I think we're at 225.
Wow.
So ASLP is poised to be another very, very successful year. And then professional development, we are just continuing to sort of move our initiatives forward while we wait for Dr. Tellier to begin with us on July 1st. So
It's less than a month.
I know I saw her today at a meeting, and her replacement in Falmouth was there too, and the superintendent in Falmouth, and so they all sat together. And Lori Durr, who's the superintendent in Falmouth, she and I scheduled a date for dinner. I owe her dinner, and we actually picked the date because we're taking her amazing person. But the person they hired is awesome, Liz. She's great.
3 people you stole from Falmouth.
I know, but guess what? I was only here for one of them. You can call Paul Hilton for the other 2. All right, so that is my update, except the staffing updates that you all would be voting on.
Okay, so do we do them all together usually, right? We need a motion for that?
To bundle.
You don't have to bundle, to just approve the staffing updates as presented.
So moved.
Mary Rose moved.
Catherine, you do the second?
Catherine seconded.
Okay, so I'll repeat this as to, for the staffing updates, we bundled it. Andre,
Yes.
okay. Carrie McRae?
Yes, sorry.
No.
Steve?
Yes.
Mary Rose?
Yes.
Jerry Ann, yes. Kathy Lewis?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Catherine?
Yes.
Vedna?
Yes.
And Gina?
Yes.
And Roger?
Yes.
Okay. So
All right.
those staffing updates.
Yeah, she did.
Staffing updates are complete.
All right.
We'll move along to the financial review from Mr. Murphy.
Sure. We'll put you to work with a number of folks. It's just to make sure you go into the business manager's report. You can see some of these things that I'm talking about. One, just a reminder, we're finishing our fiscal year 26 in June. The financial report that I shared with you in the packet, we're in good shape. Our revenues and our expenses are tracking probably a little under what we expected on both revenues and expenses, but that's fine. Revenues should outpace expenses. We have a number of votes, and what we want to focus on right now is the vote to approve the loan that we're taking to cover the cost of 16 school buses that we are purchasing. We approved the vote to buy those vehicles in, I think it was the February or March meeting. This is the loan agreement. We do this, basically we've done this every June. The terms of the loan are 7 years. The interest rate is 3.7%, which I'm pleased with. And the total amount is $1,900,000 and I've just lost the that number.
907.
You see it? Thank you.
Yeah.
My screen got condensed. $1,907,388. So, and in this loan document, the treasurer and myself, we complete all the work on the loan documents. He reviews this. We send it to our attorney. The attorney is required to provide an opinion of counsel that was provided and put in the loan document. In the packet. That goes back with everything. So there's specific language that I'd like you to vote on to approve this so that we can close on this loan. The suggested language, if you see in that document, yep.
We don't have this on the agenda for a vote.
It's in the business.
But it doesn't it's not noted that you're voting.
It's in the business managers.
I know, but there's no star next to it.
There's a star in the
business manager's report. I think.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
In big bold letters.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
I just don't want us to go awry.
I
There are
noticed
4
that.
stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super.
So the suggested language in the business manager's report is upon review of the financing documents, the terms for financing with TD equipment financing were determined to be the most advantageous or acceptable for $1,907,388 over 7 years. The rate is 3.7%. The borrowing has been determined to be cost effective and in the best interests of the collaborative and the member districts and is recommended for approval to enter into this agreement. So that's the recommended language.
For the motion.
Yeah.
So move. Or do I need to repeat it?
No, you don't need to repeat it. That was Ingina who moved.
Yes.
Second.
Catherine seconded.
Okay. So,
Can I just ask one question? How did we get such a good rate? Is it because it was such a high amount of money? Or
We've been working, we compete a little bit. So I'm purposefully looking for folks to bid on this. TD Equipment Financing has been doing good work with us for a long time and
Nice.
sometime. So I believe we're viewed as a good client. They view us as a municipal client effectively. So, yeah.
Well, it's
Good
great.
work.
Yeah.
okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay, Andre.
Yes.
Okay, Carrie,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rowan,
Yes.
Carrie Ann, yes. Kathy Lewis,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Vedna,
Yes.
and Gina,
Yes.
and Roger.
Yes.
Okay. Did I miss anybody? No. Okay. Patrick?
So the second half of that is that the collaborative's attorney has reviewed the agreement and provided an opinion of counsel. That the opinion of counsel was in the packet, and that's also starred. And so please accept to vote the opinion of counsel as provided in the packet. So that would be the motion for the second half of it.
Okay. Did everyone hear the language for that?
Yeah.
Okay, is there a
I
motion?
make a motion.
Mary Rose and Catherine seconded.
Okay. All right. Andre,
Yes.
Harry,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rose.
Yes.
Terry Ann, yes. Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Vedna,
Yes.
and Gina,
Yes.
and Roger.
Yes.
Kathy Lewis is a yes too.
E. Lewis, okay.
Sorry, Kathy.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we'll be able to close on this loan, which is scheduled for the end of July. And Bill and I will be signing a lot of paper.
Good.
The next vote that's required is, as Anders presented, we received a diesel fueling proposal from Cape Cod Oil. It's a variable rate that's 95 cents above the OPES, which is which is the rate that that the vendor gets at the pipeline. And so we're going to need a vote to continue doing business with Cape Cod Oil on using the variable rate that was presented.
And is that 95 cents above what the vendor gets as pays for it? Okay.
And that's for delivery and fueling. So when you think about the work that is needed to bring it to the buses and fuel the buses, it's not bad.
No.
Yeah, it's a cost plus agreement.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And it's an index
Plus.
that's used. It's used all over the world. So
Okay.
yeah. As
Thank you.
Patrick said, it's just for delivery.
One of the reasons to be on the board is you learn so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, is there a motion to accept?
I so move.
Second.
I think it was Steve, right?
No,
Roger.
Oh, it was Roger. Sorry, Roger.
we're often confused.
Okay, Andre,
Yes.
Harry,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rose.
Yes.
Terry Ann, yes. Kathy Lewis, won't miss you this
Yes.
time. Okay, Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Vedna,
Yes.
and Gina,
Yes.
and Roger.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That's terrific. Anders mentioned continuing the 3-year contract with Catarino. Did I pronounce that, Anders?
Yes.
Yeah, well, thank you. For some reason, I was blanking on that. 3-year contract with Catarino, who's is the landlord for our existing maintenance facility space. The rate is $5,000 a month fixed for 3 years, which we're very pleased with. So this is just to continue that relationship. So a vote to continue the relationship with Catarino for 3 years for our maintenance facility, our school bus maintenance facility.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mary Rose.
Second.
Catherine?
Roger that time. I got you.
Okay. So Andre,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rose.
Yes.
Terry Ann, yes. Kathy Lewis,
Yes.
Brad Smith, sorry,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Vedna,
Yes.
and Gina.
I'm gonna, what do you call it? I'm not
Abstain?
gonna vote right now. Yeah, abstain.
Okay. Abstain. All right. And Roger?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I think the best language for the final vote for the propane is for the collaborative to enter into an agreement with the propane vendor with the lowest and most responsive bid for the next year. And the reason I'm couching that a little bit is because Anders and I are talking with the two vendors, and the vendor that's the lowest price is saying that they're going to do all the good things. That's what, but we want to make sure that they do all the good things, and that contract and propane contract ends in July, and we just want to make sure that if they back out at some reason, that we can continue with the existing vendor. So the language would be lowest and most responsive vendor, that we would enter into an agreement with the lowest and most responsive vendor for propane fueling for the next year.
So move.
Gina?
I move. Yeah.
Yep, Gina moved.
Second.
I missed you. Oh, that was Roger again. Okay.
All right.
Can I just ask, does the present vendor know that they're not the lowest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anders has had those cut.
Okay.
Such a good point.
Okay, Andre,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rose.
Yes.
Mary Ann, yes. Kathy Lewis,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Edna,
Yes.
and Gina,
Yes.
and Roger.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then if you would like to approve the warrants.
Oh, yes.
That's always the bundle.
First do the bundle and then, yeah.
Okay, Mary Rose is making a motion to bundle the warrants. Is there a second?
Second,
So do you need to name bundle warrants 44, 45?
44, 45, and 46.
All right, Mary Rose and Gina.
Okay. All right,
Is
so
there a
first,
47? There isn't one in there.
Okay.
okay. So the first vote is to bundle them. Andre,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rose,
Yes.
Mary Ann, yes. Kathy,
Yes.
Lewis, Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Edna,
Yes.
and Gina,
Yes.
and Roger.
Yes.
Okay, so now they're bundled. Now we'll vote to approve them. Is there a motion?
I so move.
I'll second.
All right, and Gina moved and Mary Rose seconded.
Okay. So now to approve the bundled warrants, Andre,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rose,
Yes.
Mary Ann, yes. Kathy Lewis,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Edna,
Yes.
and Gina,
Yes.
and Roger.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice job.
That was a lot
That was
of
a lot of good.
That
good
was
work.
a lot.
Mr. Murphy time.
A
Yes.
lot of work to get this stuff moving forward.
And then the ACH withdrawals and account reconciliations are just informational. Those are always in your.
So new business we'll move to, which would be the strategic plan, or do you want to do the policy?
No, both are fine.
Okay.
I'm going to just briefly share the strategic plan, the mission, the vision, the core values, and the areas, the creepers, the goal areas. Sorry, I don't know why my thing is not.
Can I
showing
ask
up.
a question, please?
Yeah, please.
Have we already done the lease purchase agreement?
Sorry.
Hold on. Sorry, Angina, can you ask that question again, please?
Have we already considered the Murphy, Hess, Toomey, and Lehane lease purchase agreement?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the opinion of that was the opinion of council.
Okay, so
We
that,
wanted to
okay,
approve it.
that's why I abstained, is because I didn't know whether it was this or whether it was something else. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Super. So as I said, I'm going to just go over the sort of highlights of the plan for you to consider and vote to adopt today. I'm just saying hi. And just as a reminder, this was our process for strategic planning this year. We partnered with Teaching and Learning Alliance, TLA, and Dr. Pam Gould was our facilitator. She did focus groups, surveys. There was a planning committee. You can see many of us there. That included students, included board members, included Star and Waypoint staff, district staff, Calvin. It was, yeah, everyone who wanted to be on it was, we said thank you and yes, please. And we did, it was about 10 hours. There were 5 sessions that were about 2 hours each, a little longer, a couple of the nights. And then the goal was to have the draft plan for you to review this month. So just a reminder, there hadn't been a strategic plan here for since 2010, I think. So we really took a very close look at our mission and our vision that existed and did a lot of work to revise those. There were not core values that were noted anywhere, so we also created those. What I want to highlight, this will get sent to you, but this strategic planning right here, hyperlink, takes you to the draft of the entire plan. It's just not done. So that's why I'm not presenting all of the words to you now, because the wordsmithing isn't finished. But you can access the draft right now. But the mission, you can see, I'm going to read them just because I think they're really important. We have proposed the Cape Cod Collaborative provides high quality, inclusive special education programs where diverse learners thrive, develop independence, and reach their full potential in a safe, supportive environment. We also serve member districts with flexible, responsive supports, including transportation, professional development, and student leadership opportunities. And then the vision is sort of our desires and wishes sort of moving forward. So partner and collaborate with districts to be a regional catalyst for exceptional educational programs, services, and supports, leading to meaningful outcomes for all students. We spent a very long time doing a lot of amazing conversation about who we are and who we want to be. So I want to thank the people who are here who were part of those conversations. I think I'm really proud of where we landed. And then core values on the sort of marketing materials on our websites, what's in bold will be sort of posted in our classrooms. Then the italicized text afterwards gives it a little more explanation. But what's in bold is sort of the what'll be everywhere. So students first, inclusive community, empowered growth, dynamic innovation, and continuous improvement. So that's sort of who we are, where we want to go, and what we stand for.
Before you go on, it was really helpful having staff who worked with the kids as part of the comment givers. Little things that we didn't think of. So
yeah, it was
we appreciated that they came.
And they volunteered. We gave them professional development points and pizza. And you guys, we talked about our student from Waypoint who came and he brought home pizza. But hearing from him about, well, what does that mean? You know, like it was really just such a wonderfully supportive, well-rounded, well-represented group. And Catherine and Terry Ann did a great job representing your interests as well. And then these are we're calling them buckets, our focus areas, our goals. So we have our first area is teaching and learning, programs and services, human resources, facilities and finance, and transportation. If you click back, which again, I'm not going to do right now because it's not done, but on the actual draft of the plan, there under the focus areas, there are strategic initiatives and strategic objectives. And then there are action steps that align with those. That's really where the team this summer needs to spend the bulk of our time. Okay, these are the goals that we have. What are we going to do to achieve those goals? Who's responsible? What's the timeline? That will be built out this summer. And we didn't want to not move forward with presenting this to you because we're still wordsmithing. So those are really the most important components of the strategic plan. But like I said, you do have access to it as well in your, this slide deck is in your packet, and then you can click on the draft of the plan there. So I'll stop sharing potentially. I'm on like 6 different computers right now. So there we go. Let me get back to Zoom and here and stop sharing and see if there are any questions that anyone has about the strategic plan.
Terry, are you gonna stay on as a community member?
Maybe.
It's an open meeting. Everybody is always welcome. And when we forget what we meant by something we wrote in the plan, I still have her number.
Well, if you give sandwiches, maybe.
we do eat well.
Yeah.
I really like the language that you've used so far. You
Yes.
said you haven't finished language proofing yet, but I'm just saying I love the language that you're using because it feels, oh, somebody had their hand up. Sorry, Brett.
That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, it feels like we have our arms around our clients. And that is such an important part of what we do.
Thanks, Agina. Because
It's a very nice way to.
yeah, I love that you said that
Yeah.
because that was our focus, but you know, you get in the weeds a little bit with it. So that it presented that way makes, I think, all of us on the committee feel really good. So thank you.
May I speak?
Yeah. Did somebody else have a hand up though?
Brad and Kathy.
Oh, okay. Can Joan go first? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to thank Dr. Gansco for all the work she did in organizing this and coming to the collaborative where we didn't have a current strategic plan and all of the work she's done. She is being so gracious and thanking the rest of the team. I just want to take an opportunity to make sure that we thank her leadership and all of the really hard work that she did and the Jen support behind that. So
thanks, Dr. I didn't even make her say that.
I can't go unrecognized.
Yeah,
I need to
doing a
say that.
strategic plan is a big deal.
Thank you, Joan. And thanks, team. And if you give me pizza, I will show up as planned. No, but it's a great team that we really hold each other up. And when one of us is, struggling a little, everybody else swoops in to lift up. And I think that that happened in this process. So, all right, Brad was next.
Yeah, I want to congratulate the people who worked on this. I've done many mission, vision, values for clients, and I thought this is very well thought out. I mean, the mission statement is, mission statement should be is what do you do every day when you go to work? The vision statement is, that aspirational goal that you'll never arrive, you'll never spike the football in the end zone, but it's always at the end of that road, and you just keep on going. And the values are the core values are the pillars that it's all built on, so you can do those. But I really think it's very well done, very well thought out.
Oh, thanks, Brad.
Sorry.
That's okay. And then was it Kathy Lewis?
Yes.
Thanks. Just kind of skimming through the link, even though it's not done. You know me, I love strategic plans. So I'm very excited to see this and kind of surprised it's been so long, but glad to see that it's now being re-implemented because I feel like strategic plans are definitely the best roadmap for anybody to really kind of align the work they're doing. So we in Mashpee are just finishing up ours. We worked with Pam as well. So I'm very familiar with how she ran, if she ran it any way similar, and it looks like it because got a lot of the same stuff, but just what I've read so far, it looks fantastic. And I'm excited to see it start being implemented and see that final product when you're done wordsmithing. But it looks like you've got a pretty decent footprint. So this is exciting. I love strategic plans and I'm very excited for this. So it'll be great to see it happen.
Kathy and I we nerd out to strategic planning together, having worked in Mashpee together. One other really cool thing about TLA that Jen and I are meeting with Pam and their graphic designer tomorrow because our current logo is our 50th anniversary logo, but like the collaborative, I'm going to be 51 this year, so we need to move forward. And so with the new strategic plan, we'll be rolling out a new logo, and then they build your dashboard of the
Wow.
one pager of the plan to go, the color scheme and all that to look really nice. And then they'll they'll take our logo and sort of put it everywhere for the marketing piece of it as well. And probably in Mashpee, they're going to do the same thing, is my guess. So all right. We needed more help.
Well, we're not changing the logo. The logo's staying, but maybe the
Fair enough.
dashboard.
Fair enough. So, all right.
Yeah, it was great. And Pam is wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. Whenever you get done early, you know the director is good, you know?
Hello.
And you get everything done. I mean, but yeah. I
So
that
this
sounded kind of shallow, but you know what I meant. She knows how to really direct.
there was no wasted time.
Yeah.
Definitely no wasted time. So.
Yeah. Okay, so
this would be a vote to endorse the plan as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Kathy and Brad.
okay, is there any question? Are there any questions or discussion? Okay, Andre,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary Rose,
Yes.
Carrie Ann, yes, Kathy Lewis,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Vedna.
She may have dropped off.
Okay. And Gina
Yes.
and Roger.
Yes.
Okay, that passes.
Thank you.
And now,
So the policy on physical restraint and timeout. So 2 weeks ago at our last meeting, we gave it to you for a first read. This language, all of it comes directly from Murphy, Hesse, Toomey, and Lehane. Oh, sorry, I heard the siren and I got a little anxious. Sorry about that, but it's not us. So Murphy, Hesse, Toomey, and Lehane have provided this sample policy for their clients based on what's changing in August. And so we have not chosen to adapt it. We've really just chosen to adopt it because we believe pretty strongly that this new reg will be ironed out through litigation. That is our guess. And so we want to make sure that the collaborative is in the best position to protect itself, the students, and the staff, given the sort of challenges of the new regs and how they're going to look in real life. So you had it last month, and we're hoping you'll be able to vote tonight.
I have some questions.
Yeah, I figured.
So, first of all, on page 5, the last in the top part, the second paragraph, it says any program which uses seclusion goes on must examine alternatives and strategies for reducing and eliminating its use no later than 3 years from the effective date of the regulations.
Correct.
So they're giving you 3 years.
No.
After that,
if we use it at all, so
Yeah.
if we go through and get consents and do all of that,
yeah,
and use seclusion in any capacity,
yeah,
we have 3 years from August
yeah.
to plan how we're going to reduce or eliminate using it, even under the parameters of these new regs.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like a real nebulous amount of time.
It's
You know what I mean? That could leave us kind of.
That comes straight out of
I know
the
it
regs,
does.
though.
I know.
That
No.
is not Murphy, Hesse, Toomey, and Lehane's language. That's what's in the statute, which is why we are feeling the level of sort of angst around this that we are. But no, it's a good question.
And then further down on that same page, number 3, it's a period longer than 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That is so long.
So that's what's in the regs as well. And it's rare. I mean, it's never happens right now, but you have to have that stipulation in your policy.
I'm just thinking.
That is not something that.
Yeah, I know. This is like verbatim from what they're going to be using, right?
Yes.
But it's just very concerning to me that those 2 things were, and then there was another, once again, on page 10, if a timeout may last longer than 30 minutes, 30 minutes, that's like, it's an incredible amount of time.
It is. And that's not new, actually.
Mhm.
That the regulations around timeout
Yeah.
and physical restraint,
Yeah.
actually, because there are physical restraints. And these regs cover residential schools,
Mhm.
schools like all schools in the Commonwealth. There are children for whom not here,
Yeah.
but for whom a 30-minute physical restraint
Mhm.
could
Mhm.
occur on the regular.
Mhm.
And so this policy and these regs are trying to capture your kids who are fully included in a traditional
Mhm.
public school, all the way to fully residential with very limited sort of one-on-one instruction,
Yeah.
and cover it all. This is not something we do, though. Oh, okay.
I'm wondering whether you might be saying, can we lop off 5 minutes? Can we lop off 10 minutes? I've forgotten your name, lady that just spoke in the pink top.
Oh, Mary Rose.
It's
Mary Rose. I was wondering whether you were saying that given who we are, could we lop off 5 minutes or 10 minutes from any of these times? Is that what you were saying?
Well, personally, I just feel like with my nursing background and
Yes.
having had patients in the hospital that were violent that needed to be restrained, like this time period is just huge.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was
I
like
agree.
every 10 minutes we had to release restraints and have somebody there and document.
That happens there too. But what this means is if you release
Mhm.
and then they're unsafe
Mhm.
and you go back in,
Mhm.
that's still counting the time.
Mhm.
It's not holding for 30 minutes.
Does it say you have to release?
It's part of the regs are, it doesn't say you
Right.
have to, but as soon as they are calm, the regs say you have to release. And we do.
Yeah.
We don't have kids in the 30-minute,
Mhm.
we just don't.
I mean, I would
We need it.
I would be very apprehensive to cut this down for Cape Cod Collaborative, given this is because this is the regulation. It's for the entire Commonwealth, like Hope said, for any child, whether it's fully included along the continuum. That if there was ever a situation in which that is what that particular child needed to be safe. Now, every staff member is trained in QBS, safety care. We have all the de-escalation, putting someone in a physical restraint, or the time, like those are like the restraint is the last imminent harm to self or others. The nurse is always part of that for observation. This is where there needs to be the permission from the principal. So these are very uncommon, but I think as the director of special education, I would need to think long and hard of taking what the state is. I mean, it's better if we don't have any, but to take away something that the state has allowed us to do per our policy feels limiting to me. If there was ever a situation in which this was needed for a particular child, but happy to.
And there are all the
That's
safeguards in place where you have to have parent consent, physician consent, and a mental health provider consent. And we are not in the business of wanting to do any of this.
I know.
But
that.
I do, and Kathy has her hand up, but I do feel very strongly that any of this work that the board chooses to push forward needs to come from a legal mind and not an emotional mind. Because if I do an emotional mind, I don't want any of this.
No, I totally understand that, Hope. I think that in my humble opinion, the parameters are too long.
I get that. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kathy.
That's okay. I just kind of in that same area though, I had a question, and understanding full well that this is the state and legal reviewed, document, and the time limits are set in there. My question is about for any timeout approaching or exceeding 30 minutes in duration, at what staff will also consider the need to follow up. I'm assuming the collaborative will have like kind of a procedure that will say, if it goes on for, I guess my question is that approaching feels a little vague. Like what are we considering approaching? Are we considering it 15 minutes, 20 minutes? Like, where is that line? And then consider the need. I'm a little surprised that that's, it's not staff will follow up and debrief, like that language has me a little because I feel like anybody who hits 15 minutes, to Mary to Mary Rose's point, that time frame is long, and I just feel like approaching is a little. Yeah,
For the timeout you're asking about?
Yeah, it's in that same paragraph. It's kind of in the middle of that paragraph. It's the sentence in the middle of the same paragraph we were just talking about. It's just, I'm assuming there's procedures at the collaborative that will say what approaching 30 minutes is, and you will always follow up and debrief regardless of the time limit, correct?
The answer is yes to both. The follow-up and debrief is built into a different set of regs, actually, where we have to review patterns weekly and monthly, patterns weekly by student and monthly by program, to see if there are themes that we're seeing for a particular kid and or a particular program, like a time of day or things like that. So that is already in place, yes. And then there's child study team at the STAR program every week. And it rotates, through whichever kids are at the top. And I think it's once a week at you guys too, right? Once a week it's at Waypoint as well. So those debriefs happen during the child study team time. So yes, the approaching 30 minutes, the administrators it's all on walkie. So the administrators are there, I would say, within 5 to 10 at the, 10 feels like you've already been there for a while. But Chris, I don't know if you want to speak to that.
Sure, yeah. When I hear something, tone of voice, something, elevated, I'm responding in less than a minute. I would say 98% of the time.
Yeah.
So it's something I take very serious, part of my job. So yeah, I would say less than a minute I'm on this.
And I would say Julia is not here today, so I'm only speaking for her because she's not. But between her or Mike, the assistant program director, and it's just because I'm here, I can hear it. As soon as you hear it on the walkie, Julia and we might be in a meeting, and she's like, "Gotta go." So it's in our procedures for longer than it probably happens in reality, is my guess. So our procedures, I would say, would be 10 minutes at the tops, but our practice is much, much quicker than that. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
I guess I just would always like to keep in mind that you can't ever go looser than what these regs are, but you can go tighter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to keep that in the back of our minds as the next years progress and if things come up. Anyway, that's my input.
My hope is that we will not be the test case, but that there will be what's on the paper and then what's reality, and it'll meld in a way that's safe for everybody, so that kids can learn.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is let somebody else figure that out. Yeah. But I get it. I get it completely. And like I said, you're all welcome to come and tour not anytime, because we usually have to get confidentiality and waivers, but you know what I mean? If you want to come by, we would love to have you. So.
I agree.
It's always tough, the restraint period.
Yeah.
It's always tough. Okay, the next thing is,
No, we need a vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That policy, if the board is willing to vote tonight.
Yeah. Okay, is there a motion to vote on this? Acceptance of the physical restraint policy and timeout?
So moved by Catherine.
I'll second it. Somebody else got it, good.
And Gina, did you second?
No, I did not.
No, someone else did.
Steve,
okay. Thanks, Steve.
I'm apparently everybody this meeting.
I know, and you're drinking in your picture, but to me it always looks like a mask.
Or a snout.
So I thought it was one of those muzzles they put on. Sorry, but doesn't it?
Yeah, that picture's amazing. Oh, here he comes. There he is.
Yay!
Sorry, Steve. All right, so it was moved by Catherine and seconded by Steve.
This is a serious subject.
I know.
We're handling it thus. Andre.
He left.
Oh, he left. Okay. Carrie?
Yes, and I just want to say I think it is a very important topic, but I also think that I'm with Hope that we need to leave, we get too much government involved in the decisions. It needs to be very, 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 I'm glad to hear that you guys are kind of pursuing making sure this is the right thing. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Okay, Steve,
Yes, and I agree with the sentiment.
Mary Rose,
I'm gonna abstain.
okay, Terry Ann, yes, Kathy Lewis,
I'm also gonna abstain.
okay, Brad,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Vedna,
She did leave.
okay, and Gina,
I abstain.
okay, and Roger.
Yes.
Okay, so did we get enough votes to
Yes.
pass it? Okay.
Good.
Hard to call and talk.
Oh, yeah.
Are we still a quorum with people leaving?
We've, yes, because we had enough people come and we temporarily, suspended enough.
Okay.
I've been counting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know if the people leaving had any impact on that.
Well, the amount who left were replaced. I mean, the amount who were suspended
Yes.
were replaced.
Catherine wanted to make a comment.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say my rationale of voting for this. It's because it's done by the legally. And so we're doing what's required by law. It doesn't mean that that's what we're gonna do. Correct. It's this is the policy. So that was the rationale.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you, Catherine. That really helps me. Just thinking about it in that way. Because we have 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes doesn't mean we can't take care of it in 4 minutes.
Which is
I
what
think-
almost
I-
always
I-
happens.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think I could change my vote to a yes. If that's a possibility.
I don't know if it is. I think you can only.
Well, forget it. Then forget it. Don't.
But no, I mean, isn't that a parliamentary?
I mean, it passed anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, the conversation is good and
Yes.
important because we all need
Yeah.
to equal these,
That
right?
really helped me a lot, Catherine. Thank you.
No, I don't think this is an institution that's gonna say, oh, we have 20 minutes,
Oh,
or,
no.
oh, we have 30 minutes.
No.
No,
No.
but you're asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is important.
Thank you.
But I do think Mary Rose made a good point that you can always do less. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, you can always do less. So, okay,
All right.
are we on the last?
Yeah, we are on the last thing.
All right.
So it's just a question that I had. Last year, so we have our, this is Terry Ann's last meeting as chair and our last meeting with
Thank you
us.
so much, Terry.
I want to just thank her for
Oh.
not only stepping up and being chair when nobody else really wanted to,
Yeah.
but also just being super gracious about all the pieces that move at the collaborative and being a huge support to what we get to do every day. So thank you.
Thank you.
And then we have Mary Rose and Catherine who have stepped up for next year to be the chair and vice chair, which thank you for that. But I know last summer people had elections and I didn't know who was on our board for a really long time. So if I send out a Google form or something, can you just send me an email and tell me, or just now, are you going to be on next year? So we know who to send board stuff to in the fall.
And Gina says yes.
And Gina's back with us. All right. And Kathy, Lewis, you're brand new, so I'm assuming you're stuck with us.
At least until May when we reorganize, but no one was jumping at it this year, so I'll probably be
Well,
back.
they're missing out. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just ask you guys one by one, if that's okay.
Sure.
Carrie, do you know if you're the rep again?
I am, yes. And I am enthusiastically saying yes.
Thank you, Carrie. So we heard Gina, we heard Carrie, we heard Kathy. Steve, did you already say yes?
I didn't say anything. We're reorganizing tomorrow. I intend to ask to remain.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. Will you hit with an email when you know?
Yep.
Thank you. Brad, how about you?
I don't know. We're also reorganizing. I just got voted chair of Monomoy School Committee. So
Congrats.
thank you, I think. But anyways, we put it out to see who wants to be on the different committees.
Yes.
If somebody does not particularly want to do it, then I will be doing it again. But I've got to, we just got to see where everybody wants to be on the different subcommittee.
All right, well,
I'll let
we
you know.
love having you, but
I'll
just
let
let us know.
I just want to see if nobody wants to do it, and I will sign up again.
Thank you. And then Roger, what about you? Do you know?
Yes, I've already been reassigned to this subcommittee.
Yay for us. And then do we know who Falmouth is yet?
No, Falmouth just did a first read yesterday, so
It'll be the next
it'll
one.
be the next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for indulging me for that conversation, because this will be the last time I see you all this before our September meeting, which is linked. Our board meetings for the school year 26-27 are linked at the bottom. And the next meeting is Wednesday, September 9th at 5 p.m. It'll be here before we know it.
Wow.
Yeah. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mary
Second.
Rose moved and Gina seconded.
Yeah.
Do you have to vote on it?
Everybody just raise your hand. Yeah.
Happy
Yes,
summer,
yes,
everyone.
yes.
Summer.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
summer.
Have a great summer.
Have a